Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We're back with another fragrance review today, guys, and this one right here, this is a recent 2023 release, probably like what, a week ago, guys, from by Kilian. And I know that there are a lot of y'all that are really curious. You really want to know what my thoughts are, the no hype review on this fragrance. And there's a lot of hype riding on this one. This fragrance, in my opinion, overshadowed the last one that I just released, guys, called Can't Stop Loving You. I just made a video on that. But I think that all eyes are on this fragrance because of what it is, what it could be. And so today I will break this down for y'all, no hype. Now before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to the channel. It does help me, of course, procure a lot of these samples right here and review for you guys. So please continue to support the channel. We're headed to 16K. And the fragrance that we will be talking about today is none other than by Kilian's Blue Moon Ginger Dash. Yes, by Kilian Blue Moon Ginger Dash. I want to thank Travis Gearhart first and foremost for this generous sample. Thank you for sending this out to me, Travis, as soon as possible so I can review this thing, no hype. And this fragrance, like I said, I believe that this one was more hyped than the last one. The release of Blue Moon definitely overshadowed Can't Stop Loving You, which I just reviewed, not only because it is pegged as the next spring summer banger from by Kilian, but also that it took the shape and form of the whiskey bottle, the same whiskey glass bottle as by Kilian Angel's Share. I mean, that definitely for me is one of the best of all time that Kilian has ever released. And if we're looking at the success of Angel's Share, and they're putting it in the same bottle, maybe a lot of people are thinking that this will receive the same fanfare as Angel's Share. Now, this fragrance Blue Moon is part of the Liquors collection by Kilian, and it is inspired by Kilian Hennessy's favorite summer drink, which is basically Blue Lagoon. It's a 90s drink, and we're gonna get to the 90s in just a minute right here. But this fragrance is inspired by a 90s drink called Blue Lagoon, a mixture of lemon, vodka, and blue liquor right there. Okay, guys, now let's talk about by Kilian's Blue Moon. First and foremost, let's talk about the scent development. Let's look at the top notes right here. Right here at the top, you are going to get lemon as well as cologne. Okay, now let's focus more on the cologne because a lot of y'all probably know what the lemon smells like. So the cologne right here is a synthetic note that smells like watermelon. Okay, it does. And the thing about this cologne is that this note was heavily used with the citrusy spring summer notes of the 90s. Okay, so it's a link definitely between this and, you know, by Kilian's favorite drink from the 90s, because that's what it does. It's a very retro note that when mixed with the lemon, here's the thing, when you synergize both the lemon and the cologne, it does give you this marine, this blue marine accord. That's basically what it smells like. Now, I will debunk a couple things. First and foremost, when I read early reviews of this, people were saying it smells like fish. Okay, it smells like fish. And I was like, man, why would they ever release anything like that? It does not smell like fish, but what you will get is a Blue Lagoon accord, definitely a marine style accord right in the beginning with some citrus coming out there from the lemon. But the thing too is that it will be so familiar to y'all. It will be so familiar, especially for those that collect a lot of designer scents, okay? And probably for me, just off the top of my head, something that really smells like it is like Profondo or Profondo Lights. I'm not sure which one. I think it's Profondo Lights. That kind of intro, that Blue Lagoon marine intro with some citrus is a very common smell. But I will say this, it does smell good. If you're into these types of scents, you will be very pleased with this opener, given that this is a spring summer scent. Now let's talk about the initial projection of by Kilian's Blue Moon, because I feel like this is an important topic to talk about. This fragrance right here projects as an aura scent. Okay, this marine, cologne, lemon, blue lagoon intro, if you will, projects as an aura scent up to 3 feet in my opinion, and it also creates a scent trail. Okay, so it's not going to be a weak opener. It's going to be a nicely projecting opener that in my opinion is pretty similar to a lot of how designer scents project in the beginning, guys, especially this type of marine combination. You're not going to get anything different on that projection. And I think that this type of intro will garner you compliments left and right. So if you're a big compliment hunter, I think you're going to get a great compliment factor on this intro right here, because it is a proven formula straight from the 90s, guys. If you guys are used to getting compliments from your blue marine citrus fragrances, you're gonna get the same type of responses on this. I could definitely see people around me have positive reactions to this perfume as I was wearing this. And also at the same time, much like those marine aquatic fragrances, they're also mood enhancers for the user. So even for me, I had a great time wearing this and enjoying that initial projection that, like I said, is an aura scent, creates a scent trail, and will garner you compliments. Now this intro right here of Blue Moon, that is again lovely and compliment getting, this one lasts approximately 1 hour. 1 hour, guys. Okay, so it's not gonna fade away so quickly. You have ample time to enjoy and wear this marine intro and have others smell you guys. So it's approximately 1 hour before it heads into the mid. And the mid to me is my favorite part of this fragrance, guys. A lot of people like the first part because it's got a very familiar 90s marine smell, and a lot of people like the dry down because they're Umbroxen fans. But to me, guys, I like the mid for a specific reason. Number one, first off, it's got ginger, which has that spicy zing. It's that nice spicy zing transition from that marine intro, but also that it has the Vodka Accord. And this Vodka Accord is the same similar Vodka Accord that is used on Vodka on the Rocks, which is basically aldehydes and spices, guys. Okay, so I like this part because it gives this fragrance a lot more body. It's got a spicier zing part of it, and then the aldehydes continue giving that boozy vodka smell. This mid is the one that creates that Kilian identity for this fragrance, because without the Vodka Accord, in my opinion, you'd be left with basically a 90s smelling citrus marine perfume with ginger. But because now there's a Vodka Accord, not only are you getting more body into the mid, spices and aldehydes, but at the same time, this makes the fragrance absolutely versatile. And I guess that's why they called it Blue Moon, because of the addition of that ginger and that Vodka Accord, that boozy Vodka Accord. Now this fragrance can be used in the nighttime as well. So it's not only like a fresh intro, you know, giving you that same marine feels, but now you've got a nighttime usable scent thanks to that Vodka Accord. I think it's absolutely lovely. In my opinion, this fragrance shouldn't have been called a dash of ginger. It should have been called a dash of Kilian. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you're going to get that 90s marine perfume with a dash of Kilian. For the Kilian fans, this is redemption right here. If you're looking for something Kilian-like, this is that part right here. And again, it creates a very versatile day to night type of perfume with this stellar mid right here, guys. And this mid, in my opinion, lasts up to 3 hours. I would say like 2 to 3 hours. That you're gonna get this mid right here, this combination of that spicy ginger zing plus that wonderful aldehydic Vodka Accord. Now here's the thing, guys, past 3 hours, and I don't know if you guys can relate to this for those that have tried this fragrance, past 3 hours is when it significantly gets weaker. Past 3 hours, and that's on an overspray. When I was trying this fragrance, I was going for like 8-9 sprays just to be sure, because the past by Kilian spring summer release, the cologne, I mean, there's a reason why I didn't fully review it anymore, because I felt like that was so weak, guys. That cologne by Kilian, the shield. This one, I was like, no, you know, it got progressively weaker after 3 hours. And I was like, oh my God, like that's it. Like this is inflation in action right here. Okay. We're not getting a nice performing perfume. I mean, longevity wise, I mean, 3 hours, that was it. Surprisingly, by the 4th hour, this fragrance picked up. Interestingly, like I guess I was just so used to that aura scent that when it got weaker, I thought that it died, that was it. But then it picked up by the 4th hour, and then the dry down notes basically came out again. And that's your ambroxan and musk. Okay, ambroxan and musk. And for a lot of y'all that love very compliment getting, mass appealing perfumes, you guys and gals are probably fans of ambroxan, or maybe not. But definitely you're gonna get a warming, nice ambroxan, salty, amber type of dry down note come in by the 4th hour, of course, mixed with clean white musk. So it's not really, I would say, like a fade to black or a gradient, but definitely I would say it's like a clean ambroxan dry down that again starts popping up on the 4th hour, right when you think it's pretty much over. Now on this overspray, let me tell you that this fragrance lasted 9 hours. 9 hours total. Okay, that's a fair shake on this fragrance. But again, with that initial aura scent trail style for about 3 hours, and then it becomes like a skin scent almost, and then it gets up again with that ambroxan. That's kind of how the performance went for me using Blue Moon. And for those that have tried it, please make sure to comment below and let me know what kind of performance you guys got. But for me on the overspray, 8 to 9 sprays of Blue Moon on that little vial that I got 9 hours. Now the second and third time that I tried this one, when I only sprayed the usual like maybe 5 sprays, it lasted 7 hours total. My usual types of sprays, okay, 7 hours total. So if you want this thing to perform more or last longer, you would have to really overspray it or get that big bottle and spray it, guys. But again, 9 sprays for me lasted about 9 hours total. But again, for those that expect a lot of performance, I don't know, guys, if you guys would be satisfied with that 3 hour aura scent down to like lingering, almost skin scent, and then back up to lingering scent thanks to the ambroxan. So that's up to you guys to really try. And when it comes to my verdict on this fragrance, I feel like this is open to interpretation. This is one of those fragrances that there's 3-4 things going on here that maybe some people will like and some people won't. Some people will look at the 90s style as like, oh man, this is nice, this is so usable, this is so compliment getting. And some people will go, this is another one. You know, there's so many 90s style marine perfumes that are already made out there, probably cheaper, that, you know, this is not groundbreaking at all. So it's really open to interpretation. I really feel like some people will really, really like this because of the high usability factor, the compliment factor, as well as the versatility. It can be used at both day and night. And then you're gonna have those people that are like expecting something as groundbreaking as Angel Share, and they're gonna be like, well, I didn't get that in this perfume right here, and I got a 90s perfume that, man, I've collected in the past. So I think it's open to interpretation. For me personally, I'm gonna go with the first part, which is like, you know, I really don't expect a whole lot when it comes to spring summer fragrances. I mean, how many times can you really reinvent the wheel, right? I mean, when it comes to fall winter, there are so many notes in play that you can create a gradient, you can create a fade to black, you can create a thick, strong performing, wintry perfume in many, many ways, in many permutations. But I think that spring, summer, there's only so much you can do about it. You know what I mean? It's still gonna be the same, like citrus, uplifting, maybe florals, clean white musks. I mean, it's gonna be the same, you know, thing. But again, I'm happy that Kilian added that Vodka Accord to give it that identity, that Kilian identity. So I'm gonna go with the first part. I like this for being a compliment getter, very usable marine 90s perfume with a touch of Kilian, like I said. So I'm gonna go with that. I won't hate on this fragrance, but I can see how some people will. Okay, so like I said, it's open to interpretation. Okay, now let's look into the price. Is this worth it? $230 for 50 ml. I guess if you're the type that will really use this fragrance, it would be worth it. And if $230 is just your average, spending cost for niche perfumes, you're a big Kilian collector, they don't release a lot of spring summer fragrances, not often, because they're really the kings of fall winter. So I would say that this is not a bad buy, but I wouldn't blind buy it. I would try it first. I know a lot of you guys saw the bottle and started blind buying it the moment it released on the website. I'm sure a big part of those people will resell that bottle, so you might be able to get it for less. But it's not a bad buy. And in my opinion, this is a fragrance that will be cloned, like without a doubt, because the formula is pretty easy. It's already out there. And I think that, just my opinion, if I was a clone guy, if I could create a clone, I would make the Ambroxan stronger in the end. I wouldn't allow that lull after 3 hours. I would insert a stronger Ambroxan note, because Ambroxan is famous. A lot of people love Le Manzete by Louis Vuitton, and so I would give them something like that. I would give them a strong Ambroxan note in the end if I could clone or remake this fragrance. But it's not bad, like I said. Very usable, very versatile, mass appealing, and it's for the Kilian collectors for sure. So that is it, guys. That is my review on this fragrance by Kilian Blue Moon Dash of Ginger. Let me know on the comments what y'all think of this fragrance. Okay, I gave a lot of input. I want to know if you guys and gals are getting pretty much the same thing. I would love to know in the comments, guys. And again, thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. We always do in-depth perfume reviews, so they're not simple. I'm not going to go into a simple thing and then leave out a lot of details. So I would rather do really detailed reviews, and if you like that, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. We are headed to 16,000. I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless. Take care. Peace.